7 pounds, 8 ounces, blonde hair, green eyes, crying, but otherwise, overall, a healthy baby girl. She is your first, and you couldn't be more proud. Fast forward 2 years. You're back in the hospital, but this time, your precious daughter is being treated for the effects of secondhand smoke, and you couldn't feel more ashamed. In fact, according to the article entitled "The Effects of Secondhand Smoke on Children," over 77,000 different chemicals have been identified in environmental tobacco smoke, and at least 70 cause cancer. By forcibly exposing our children to the chemicals found in secondhand smoke, we are condoning the act, and it must be stopped. Hello, my name is Stacy Bennett. The scenario I gave you is real. The 7 pound, 8 ounce baby girl that I mentioned, well, that was me. At 2 years of age, I was admitted to the hospital with the odds stacked against me. I was not expected to survive. My parents were chain smokers, and the damage from just 2 short years of exposure to secondhand smoke had caused severe damage to my lungs. I had developed double pneumonia as well as other complications. After 6 months of hospitalization, I was released to go home. 1 lung less, but nevertheless alive. Yes, you heard right, 1 lung less, the loss of my left lung. As a seasoned registered nurse, school health disease prevention instructor, and as a victim of secondhand smoke, I feel that it is my duty to educate the community, you as parents, teachers, and mentors, on the detrimental effects of secondhand smoke. Today, I would like to persuade you to protect your children from secondhand smoke, providing you with some insights on the how, the what, and the where. How to protect your children from the effects of secondhand smoke, the overall benefits of a smoke-free environment, and the opportunity for a second chance at an environment where secondhand smoke is not an issue. First of all, let's discuss how we can protect our children from the effects of secondhand smoke. You see it every day. Adults, parents, we always want to protect our children from unforeseen hazards. Moms hold their little child's hand when they get on the school bus. Dads teach your children to look both ways before crossing the street. We go to great lengths to protect our children. However, it is most unfortunate that one of the most unforeseen hazards is that of secondhand smoke. In fact, in an article found on the CDC website entitled "Preventing Smoking and Exposure to Secondhand Smoke Before, During, and After Pregnancy," the Surgeon General has concluded that the only way to fully protect your children from the effects of tobacco smoke is to live in and visit only 100% smoke-free environments. Yes, it may be difficult to follow the guidelines given by the Surgeon General, but also being a parent is very difficult. It is our responsibility to protect our children from all foreseen and unforeseen hazards. It is our time to take action. Now that we've talked about the only true way of protecting our children from the effects of secondhand smoke, let's talk about the benefits of taking action and creating that smoke-free environment. The greatest benefit of a smoke-free environment is overall great health. In fact, in an article entitled "Health Effects of Exposure to Secondhand Smoke," found on the EPA.gov website, by providing a smoke-free environment, we minimize the risk of bronchitis, asthma, inner ear infections, and pneumonia. For example, newborns that are still undergoing development have a much higher risk of being affected by secondhand smoke. Because of this ongoing development, the respiratory tracts are highly susceptible to infections, and due to their higher breathing rate, they tend to breathe in large amount of chemicals at a much faster rate. You may have a friend or relative whose infant died from SIDS, also known as sudden infant death syndrome. By producing a smoke-free environment, we are reducing the risk of infants having SIDS. Another great benefit of creating a smoke-free environment is that you get to keep your hard-earned money rather than putting it in the pockets of a doctor who would have been treating your children for a variety of secondhand smoke-induced illnesses. Now that we are aware of some of the benefits of creating a smoke-free environment, let's talk about the overall picture. After implementing the ban of smoking in the immediate area surrounding our children, what is the overall picture? How is this going to benefit us? Well, first things first, we're going to benefit from this because we as parents will be able to make plans to go out for picnics and family gatherings. Those areas that we stay clear of because of all those smoky environments. We can now go to those areas and reduce the amount of stress that we have as parents by planning family gatherings. Also, by doing so, by reducing those factors of secondhand smoke, we're also going to have the ability to have a much higher influence on our children by not smoking in front of them and by not exposing them to areas where secondhand smoke is condoned. By leading your children by example and by showing them that the smoking is indeed harmful to us, it decreases the chance that your children will grow up to be smokers. This may in fact be the first step required in order to accomplish the overall goal and having a completely smoke-free environment. Today we have tackled a hot topic, and in order to see this become successful, it is up to us, the parents, to take the first step. The next time you see a smoker light up a cigarette in the general vicinity of you, your family, or your children, think about what we've talked about today. Think about the only actual way to protect your children from the chemicals found in secondhand smoke. Think about the overall health benefits that your family can gain by producing that smoke-free environment. And also imagine the possibility that we all have. Imagine that picture of a smoke-free society and the benefits that everyone will reap from it. I hope this speech today has given you some insights on the hazards of secondhand smoke. And I also hope that it has persuaded you to take that vital step, the step toward providing a smoke-free environment for your children, and a step forward in an effort to ban smoking in the immediate area of all children. Let's go back to the scenario that I mentioned at the beginning of my speech. Imagine that it was your child. Would you be willing to make the sacrifice for your child's health? A step forward in providing a smoke-free environment for your children, as well as a step forward in an effort to ban smoking in the immediate area of all children, is only one of many ways to protect your children from the detrimental effects of secondhand smoke. Smoking hot or smoking not, the rest is up to you.